We've just finished the VMworld 2011 keynote in Las Vegas, which is now available on VMworld.com for you to view. We're lucky enough to have CEO Paul Maritz here to give us some of the key takeaways from that. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
It's great to be here. Obviously, the important thing about VMworld is the products, and we were announcing a slew of new products ranging from vSphere 5 all the way up to View 5 in terms of the top of the stack. So this is an interesting time because there's a lot happening in the industry.
It's interesting you say we released a lot of products, because one of the questions I get a lot is, what is VMware? VMware has been, branded a virtualization company for many years, and quite simply, we are not a virtualization company anymore. I mean, how would you define what VMware has become and what we're growing to?
Well, we're growing into being a IT solutions company. We really are speaking to three key trends in the industry. One is the need to get to fundamentally more efficient and automated infrastructure. Customers have to free up more of their budget to go and do interesting things in the future and spend less time and effort on keeping existing solutions running. And to do that, we need to work at the infrastructure level and allow customers to slide in an infrastructure that allows them to be fundamentally more operationally efficient and take advantage of new opportunities like being able to rent services from a service provider cloud. But longer term, the challenges are the renewal of applications, because that's really what customers are going to have to do, which is to develop a new suite of applications that allow them to service the Facebook generation the way they want to see and access information, and then be able to deliver information to that generation who are not going to be using classic PCs anymore. So we see ourselves speaking to infrastructure renewal, application renewal, and a renewal of end-user computing. And we're trying to put in place leading-edge solutions to do that.
And what are some of the key, what are the most, dramatically changing the way that our customers do business, products that we've announced here at VMworld this year or just before?
We have some interesting products that we announced in the application space. We announced something called Data Director that allows you to more easily provision and manage databases in a virtualized cloud environment. And we announced as part of Data Director that the first database to plug into that will be a version of Postgres that we have optimized for the virtual and cloud environment, and we're hoping that many other data vendors will adapt their solutions to Data Director. We're also, as I said, took a big step forward with View 5, which is our desktop virtualization solutions, with many improvements across the board, which we think will allow View to become the most scalable desktop virtualization solution in the market.
From a purely technology perspective, what's the next really disruptive technology you see coming into play in the data center?
Well, at the infrastructure level, it's really all about automation. And if you look at vSphere 5, one of the key things that we've been working on there is the automation of storage management. So we've spent a lot of our time over the last several years automating the provisioning of the compute resources. Now we're starting to tackle automatic provisioning of storage and network resources, because those three things really have to be brought together to allow people to run applications in a much more automated fashion. So there's a lot of technical heavy lifting that's going into basically how do we coordinate all of the resources in the data center: compute, storage, networking, and actually security as well. In addition, as I said, we're looking up the stack, and one of the key technologies is Data Director, which is this new layer that makes it easy to provision and manage database resources, because most customers have a big sprawl of databases, and so we're looking at the next set of things that you really have to make it easy to manage. And always remember that what we're really trying to do is, when we see a management problem, replace it essentially with an automation problem. In addition to that, from a technology point of view, one of the neat things that we're announcing here is that we've gone into beta test with MicroCloud, the MicroCloud Foundry, which is a version of Cloud Foundry on a memory stick that you can insert into your laptop and have a full functioning PaaS level cloud on your own laptop, use it for development and test purposes, and then be able to upload into a fully fledged cloud. So that's kind of a neat technology going forward. In addition, at the end user layer, there have been a lot of changes made in the protocol area and in the management area to View to make it easier to provision and scale virtualized desktops. And then beyond that, we're really trying to look forward to the post-PC era and figure out how is an enterprise going to provide secure capabilities to users who in many cases not going to be holding a PC in their hands. And one of the fun technologies we're working on there is a virtual phone technology, which plugs into this broader suite of products that we call Horizon. And that Steve will be demonstrating that in his talk and showing people how this technology allows you to have essentially two phones on one physical phone, your work phone and your private phone, and keep those neatly separated, and allows IT to start solving this issue of how do we securely provide capabilities to people who are going to be using a wide variety of devices, in many cases not even devices owned by the enterprise.
So thank you very much for your time. I look forward to learning a lot more over the coming week. Be sure to go to VMworld.com and watch Paul's keynote for a more in-depth view of the announcements this week.